Me and the Notification Gang would like to invite everybody to come join us Monday through Thursday, 9:20 to 10 o'clock for morning coffee, where we discuss the events of the prior day and also just talk mess about stuff. See you then. Let's try to get those likes up to 200 though. Um, let's look at this paperwork. All right, so as everybody see, this is a United States against Daniel Hernandez motion to modify prison sentence, pursuant to 18 USC, that's the statute or whatever. Goes on, defendant Daniel Hernandez through his attorney Lance Lazaro. Shout out to Daniel Hernandez and Lance Lazaro. Hereby also shout out to they don't got the judge name there. Yeah, I'll wait for it to come up. Before the Honorable Judge, Honorable Paul A. Engelmeyer, shout out to Judge Engelmeyer, held at the United States Courthouse, United States District Court, Southern District of New York, 40 Foley Street, New York, New York, at the time and date set by the court and order pursuant to whatever, right? All right, so that's just the statistics of it. The background is the court made recall on December 18, 2019. Judge Engelmeyer imposed a 24-month term of imprisonment as part of Hernandez's sentence in connection with the above captioned case. Yada yada. Keep going. As a result, publicly denounced. Also, just want to point this out real quick. Hold on, we're gonna go through background, but I want to get to the sentence right here where it says, despite the significant threat to his music career and his personal safety, Hernandez first publicly denounced Nine Trey Gangsta Bloods and later testified in a highly publicized trial that led to the conviction of two Nine Trey members. See, somebody said something earlier, and this is what I 100% believe, and I said this previously in other videos also. Tekashi 69 would have gotten out if not for the young lady that came to court. I'm gonna make this bigger because I know some of y'all is reading this on your phone. If not for the young lady that came to court, Tekashi 69 would have gotten, in my belief, Tekashi 69 would have gotten off if not for the lady that had came to court and talked about how she got shot. And in addition to that, Tekashi did another thing. Tekashi, while he was speaking, actually apologized for the situation and said that he would pay for all of her medical expenses. Um, See, this is the messed up thing. I'm about to explain something. That lady got shot, whatever the case was, right? I'm guaranteeing you, if she would have reached out to Tekashi's team before going to court and explained what happened and they would have had some kind of correspondence with her and whatever the case was, I'm pretty sure Tekashi and his team would have hit her with money before they even went to court. I'm pretty sure that Tekashi and his team would have gave her $30,000-$40,000 and paid for her medical expenses. So that's what I mean by sometimes we have to stop thinking, that you just want to hurt other people. Because sometimes in just thinking that you want to hurt other people, you actually put yourself in a situation where you don't benefit where you could have. Anyway, it goes on to say, as a result of Hernandez's cooperation with the government against multiple gang members with the Bloods, Hernandez's safety is still and will continue to be for the foreseeable future seriously at risk. Additionally, his court ordered continued cooperation with the government as part of Hernandez's sentence. I'm going to explain something to y'all real quick, whether you know it or not. They don't have any belief that Tekashi is ever going to be able to help them in a future case because no one is ever going to get close enough to Tekashi for Tekashi to know about criminal activity to then help the government to bust them. But them putting this there, right? Look, additionally, this court ordered continued cooperation with the government as part of Hernandez's sentence. That's a way for them to protect Tekashi from people trying to bring the shenanigans to him. You understand what I'm saying? The government is publicly letting people know, look, man, if you tell Tekashi about a crime, he got to tell us. So this is a way that the government is also attempting to protect Tekashi 69 from getting in any other crimes or from people trying to put pressure on Tekashi 69 or extort him. Because right now, if somebody tries to extort Tekashi 69 and he goes to the government and he talks to the government about it, forget about it. It's a wrap for them. Anyway, keep going. Given the significance and ongoing threat of Hernandez's safety as a result of his past and potential future cooperation, the government has filed papers which force Hernandez to remain incarcerated in a private jail in an effort to secure his safety. However, even at a private jail, Hernandez is still housed with various members of the Bloods. Moreover, the government's action meant to keep Tekashi safe also means that Tekashi will never be designated to any Bureau of Prisons facility. As a result, Hernandez's substantial assistance to the government in connection with the Dangerous Street Gang and his mandated continued cooperation as part of his sentence, Hernandez is forced to serve the remainder of his term of imprisonment at a private jail, not the Bureau of Prisons facility. What they're trying to basically explain right now is we understand Tekashi right now is being kept somewhere where he's safe because there is a need to keep him safe. Now, if we can agree that there is a need to keep Tekashi safe because we can't put him in and the proof that there is a need to keep him safe is the fact that we can't put him in a normal prison. We have to put him in this special prison that is a private jail. That's a prison that is meant to keep him separated from Bloods members that can possibly want to enact revenge on him. The problem is there's Blood members in this gang. So if we can't agree that he needs to not be in a regular prison because of those issues, then he has the same issues in this particular jail, and the only way to get rid of those issues or to actually make him safe is to remove him from jail entirely. That's what I believe the argument is. Okay, so the analysis, they talking a whole bunch of whatever, therefore defendant sentence for a prison term, yada yada. Hernandez should be entitled to serve the final months of his jail sentence either in a home confinement or in a CCC. However, given Hernandez's safety classification and the government's actions, which have forced Hernandez's continuance incarceration at a private jail, Hernandez has effectively been denied that which every other sentenced prison receives, that being consideration for home confinement or CCC placement during the final months of prison terms. In other words, Hernandez is being denied his right to apply for home confinement or CCC placement as per 18 and that's the where you find it at in the law books or whatever. As discussed above, due to Hernandez's valuable role as a cooperating government witness, he is being forced to serve his 24-month jail sentence at a private jail, which is a private facility, and falls opposite the scope of the Bureau of Prisons. Now, I want to say something real quick that's not a part of this particular paperwork real quick. But y'all notice how sometimes I have a video and I repeat myself over and over and over? That's because sometimes you have to say something again to talk about a point. So if I talk about something, or like you see in here, they're talking about a point, but they're repeating a previous point so you can understand what's going to be the next corresponding thing that they're going to say and how it falls in line. This is literally how shit works. So for everybody that complained that I repeat myself, this is literally legal documents doing the same exact thing. I'm not doing anything wrong. You just don't know what you look. You just don't understand. Because you don't understand don't mean that somebody else has done something wrong. Anyway, as discussed above, due to Hernandez's valuable role as a cooperating government witness, he is being forced to serve 24-month jail sentence at a private jail, which is a private facility that falls outside the scope of the Bureau of Prisons. Considering the helping nature of his role in the government's case, see U.S. versus Jones et whatever that is, that's another statute. That's a case, pardon me, not a statute, that's a case. His celebrity status and his immaculate disciplinary record, Hernandez would be more than satisfactory candidate for placement in home confinement or CCC. Yet, by placing Hernandez in a private facility, he is being stripped of the benefits granted to all prisoners under, and then that's different part of law. It says, Mr. Johnson of the Federal Bureau of Prisons, Northeast Regional Prisons Northeast Regional Division's legal department has informed me that based on a hold placed by the U.S. State's Attorney's Office, Hernandez will never enter into a Bureau of Prisons facility. While this hold was placed as a safety precaution, it in its effect will permit Hernandez's release from the Bureau of Prisons facility into home confinement or CCC. Mr. Johnson states that unless Hernandez enters into a Bureau of Prisons facility, he has no ability to be considered for either home confinement or CCC. We're going to break for a second, and we're going to get back to the rest of the paperwork in a moment, but I want to discuss this. If you like this video, please hit the like and subscribe button. If you would like to help dictate the direction that this channel takes, please leave a comment. All comments are appreciated, whether positive or negative. Thank you very much, and enjoy your day. And remember, positive thoughts cause for positive things to happen. Let's get it.